Hello and welcome to bonus week. We're on week 5 because there's been 5 Thursdays in March in 2023, and so we're doing our final card on this month's coffee and card with the Bamboo Beauty and the blending brushes. So I'm Linda from lindaspapercraft.co.uk, if I haven't already said that. I'm just going to take a slurp. So today I'm doing again some masking to get this two-tone, well, two-colour effect this time. I've used 2 different colours to get this background. You can use any colours you want. So let's get going. Pop that out of the way. So what you have in your kit is 2 large post-it notes. Okay, I have stuck an extra piece on the back to get the cover the sticky bit. So 2 large post-it notes that we're going to use to do some masking with. You've got some basic white that we're going to blend on, and then your basic black we're going to mount it on, and then a thick basic white card base, and that's going to go all together. So again, a nice simple card, so which I think the Bamboo Beauty does lend itself to beautifully, as they say. Right. So the first thing I'm actually going to do is stamp the sentiment. So I have my sentiment and I have my Memento black. I tend to use this. I do have other blacks, but this one dries best in the UK. So this is why I do. This is my go-to black. Okay, and then I'm just going to stamp that off to one side, making sure everything's reasonably straight. There we go. Okay, so the bamboo that bends is stronger than the oak that breaks, which is very true. Well, depending on the circumstances, I suppose. Anyway. And then I'm going to mask off an area of the card. So I'm going to mask off the sentiment first. So again, if you've got it straight on your grid paper, you can pick a line and line it up with it. So there we go. Okay, so I've covered up probably about 1/3 of the card, and then I'm just going to cover up a slimmer area at the top. Okay, so what do we think? These are centimetres, so that's probably about 3.5 centimetres to 3, maybe 2.5, maybe about 1 inch. There, it's up to you. Okay. And there we go. So again, now I think these 2, I think the Calypso Coral, not Calypso Coral, they're definitely not Calypso Coral. I think they might have been Coastal Cabana. I think I'm going to go slightly darker and go with Bermuda Bay. Okay, so I've got a very dirty, well, very inked but dry cloth, so I'm just making sure there's no ink coming off this one, and I'm going to use my Bermuda Bay, so it's sort of a bluey green. At the moment I don't have another, I think I'm going to use that for the centre colour. Okay, so, and always ink up and then start off what you're doing and then go on. So I'm just going to do the corners first. In the Bermuda Bay. Okay. It might have been the Bermuda Bay actually looking at this. So the darker the colour is, the less layers you need to get the colour. And, you know, do it as much as you want, to be honest. And I tend to I don't like overloading my blushes, because that's when we end up with splodges and things. So I'd rather just work I realised a few years ago that the reason I couldn't blend was because I was too impatient. And when you're blending, you need to take your time. And less is more. So just slowly layer up until you're happy with the colour. And remember, I mean, I'm blending turquoise against turquoise, so it won't look as big as a change, but when you take the paper off, the post-it note off, all of a sudden it's like, oh wow, that's a huge difference. Okay, so we're going to do the same again, this time coming from the other corner, the opposite corner. So we're leaving the bit in the middle. Which we're then going to blend with the, I think that looks like it might be Starry Sky. I might actually go for Gorgeous Grape this time. As you can see, I'm varying the pressure and just lightly going over. Until you get the depth of colour you want, and obviously we're fading into the middle, so you need to concentrate a bit more on the edges there. So I think I'm just going to do one more, starting off the edge and coming onto this corner here, just finishing off. And it really is just a case of building up your layers. I'm just concentrating on this corner again. There we go. So I've left that white area in the middle for my Gorgeous Grape. But you could use oranges, you could use another blue, you could use reds. You know, this is why I've done it with a black background, so you can pick whatever colour you want. Okay, so and I think we'll use this one for our Gorgeous Grape because it's a bit purpley already. See, this one's been washed recently, so they do keep some of the colour, some of them don't. Balmy Blue just washes out completely, it's fabulous. But most of the colours do leave a little bit of a tint on the brushes, so that one hasn't been washed, this one has. So okay, so we're coming in now with our Gorgeous Grape. So I'm just going to ink up. You can either tap or swirl or brush across or whatever. But the thing is, start off your blending here and then move on to your card. So this one we're just going up and down the middle, just adding that light hint of lilac or of Gorgeous Grape. And don't forget to blend it in with your Bermuda Bay as well to get that smooth effect. Keep changing the way that you're blending as well to get complete coverage. There we go. Really beginning to see that lilac blending into the blue. If you want to come back and add some more of the Bermuda Bay, you can do. to help with the blending, or you can just leave it as I'm going to do now. So I'm really happy with that. Just putting a little bit, there's just sort of little bits towards the edge of the lilac that are still a little bit white, so I'm just concentrating on those areas there. And there we go. I think we're done. So now for the reveal. So just pop off your post-it notes. How beautiful is that? And as I say, once you take your post-it notes off, you see how deep your colours were. There's nothing to stop them, you know, if you're not happy, put them back on again. Just take them off a little bit. If you want more, just go back on and do a bit more. But I am very happy with that. So I think that looks beautiful. Okay, and also if you want to, you can use these again. But I just bought a pad of these. I think they're not quite double size, are they? How big are they? Let's see. They are 12.7 centimetres. I bet that's something in inches. Let's have a look. Yeah, they're 5-inch post-it notes, and they just fit beautifully straight across. You can use them this way, but you have to use two. So, right, let's get some stamping done. So I've got everything out. So this time I definitely am using the thick one, and this time I've kept it nice and straight on the pad. In fact, probably even straighter than that. Just, yeah, there we go. And then I thought I should probably have it more curved, actually, because you know, it's saying it bends. It doesn't. Always remember that our the Memento Black isn't as juicy as our ink pads, so as the normal Stampin' Up! Ink pad, so you do need to make sure you've got lots of ink. Okay, and I just want that going across, missing the sentiment, so I'm just going to pop it there. Okay, there we are. If you want a deeper image, use your Stamparatus, which I suspect I might have done in the other one. And then we need our leaves. So again, remember your nodes. So I've done a big one this way and then two of the little ones the other way. So, just inking up. You would never do that with one of the Stampin' Up! Ink pads. You'd be in a right mess if you did. So I'm just going to pop that so it's coming out onto the blended area there. And then I'll do two little ones, and then we're just building up. So I've really enjoyed working with these stamps. I do like doing my coffee and cards because it really makes me think and really makes me use my stamp sets. And I hope you feel the same. So, and if you want details of next month's, it will be on the details below. Well, it'll be on my blog. So my website rather, so you just need to go click on the website link below and go to the coffee and card section, and it will tell you what I'm doing next. Okay, and there we go. So I'm just, wrong cloth. I am just going to put that all together. So I do like both of those, both the Bermuda Bay and grey and Gorgeous Grape, and that one was Starry Sky. So right, so again we've got a basic white, thick basic white card base, and we're going to put this together. I hope you've enjoyed this month. A little bit different, not quite as flowery as I normally do. And as I say, click on the link before to find out what we're doing next month, and I'll look forward to speaking to you all next week. In April, for goodness sake, this year's just whizzing by again. 2 beautiful cards. And as I say, the world's your oyster on colours for that background. You could do any colour you wanted. Take care. Speak to you soon. Bye.